What happens when your trash comes back to haunt you? When junk, meant for recycling, ends up on your beach after a flood? It forces you to ask questions. And it's also very clear that globally, we have a massive issue with plastic. EarthTouch staff joined a clean-up operation in conjunction with Wildlands Trust.
I'm Hanu. I work for Wild Lands, which is a program of Wild Trust. Wild Trust is an environmental and community development organisation based in KZN. All of us, rich and poor, don't responsibly treat our waste. If it goes to landfill, a nice big breeze picks up, blows it over the wall into the drainage line, ends up on the beach.
Recent flooding has brought tons of trash down South Africa's rivers and onto Durban's beaches. If rubbish is removed, it's out of sight, out of mind. But not anymore.
The frightening thing is that we always kind of blame this on the rural communities, when the reality is it's everyone's problem. And like he says, the thing where you kind of mentioned that it's a crime of convenience, I think that's just so true. It's so easy just to consume and consume and consume, and then this is what happens and you see the result of it here, and it's just unbelievable. I mean, the amounts of plastic is just astonishing.
I recognize a lot of these bottles, things that I pick off the shelf and in the supermarket. I'm going to really try and not pick those things, because those are the things that end up beyond the beach. The change almost needs to happen inside the shopping center rather than trying to pick up the trash here.
I think there's a perception out there that the poor who don't know better chuck their trash out and make it dreadful for the rest of us. And actually, the deeper, more uncomfortable truth is that the richer or more well-off people are the ones that use more stuff, therefore we create more trash. We're the ones that are kind of perpetrating this craziness of overconsumption.
It was great to hear from Hanu where the problem actually originates, because you look at a problem like this and you think this is the problem. In fact, he clarified to us that the problem starts way upstream, where our municipalities are just not doing the job in terms of providing services to people who live upriver. And so all that refuse is just getting dumped. And then when we have a storm like we had, then it all just comes down the rivers and it ends up on our beaches.
When you throw something away, it doesn't mean the problem is solved.
I think the thing that struck me the most today, except for the absolutely overwhelming sight we see before us, was the fact that there's literally no proper recycling facilities in South Africa. And it doesn't matter what you do at home, whether you separate your waste into various compartments, it never ends up where it should, and most of it doesn't get recycled. And I think that is something that's a government thing, because obviously there aren't the facilities, but that is something that I really think should change.
I think it's been such a fantastic exercise for us as an EarthTouch team to come and do this. From a team building perspective, it's been amazing, so I'm really grateful for the initiative. You come and you sort of sit in your little patch and you start clearing away the plastic and you think, okay, look, I've made a bit of a difference, and then you just clear away a little bit more and there's a whole nother layer under it. So it's an overwhelming problem, it really is. It's just, the scale of it is just massive.
Plastic pollution is a global catastrophe that affects everyone. It requires a shift in people's attitudes to what they buy. According to what's on this beach, what shouldn't we pick off the shelf? Plastic bottles for one, bottled water, cool drinks and the like, any household cleaner or condiment in plastic, any single-use plastic product. It's time for us to wake up to the fact that our buying habits and our recycling habits are gravely at fault. You should hesitate to buy plastic. Learn about it. It's very difficult to dispose of properly.